quick about it. In case you have not seen this, you probably have seen this by now, but have you heard about Ninja Batman? That shit, I'll take a look at the shortest trailer because this is so crazy, man. Oh wait, it's got subtitles. That's cool. Fucking Ninja Batman. I did not expect this. I was looking, I was like, whoa, what is this on Twitter trending? Ninja Batman? What the fuck? Let's check it out. And there's this trailer. And Batman is voiced by Koichi Yamadera, which is like the best possible fucking person. You may know Koichi Yamadera from Evangelion as Ryoji Kaji, or he's also in Ghost in the Shell as, what's his name? Togusa. Yeah, that guy is very good. Damn, Catwoman looks like Meryl from Metal Gear. Damn, she looks awesome. This looks so awesome. Whoa. There's Nightwing. There's 2 Robins. And who's the guy in the middle? Well, we got all the Robins. Damn. And the black and gold. And the music. Oh my god. Takashi Okazaki. So, oh, whoa. Wait, what is this? Ah, they didn't show the damn angle. Anyway, Takashi Okazaki you may know from Afro Samurai, and also the guy who did character designs for Fury, which I played on stream before. Damn, Harley looks so awesome. Everybody looks so crazy. Wait, who's this? Damn, Nightwing, look at this angle. Shit, I'm so hype. I think people said this is Poison Ivy, and I think it makes sense. She's kind of green, and she has the floresque, floral armor. Damn, she looks awesome too. Gorilla Grodd? Shit. And Joker is wearing the Otani Yoshitsugu armor from Neo. And we got some Onimusha 4 in there. There's Hideori armor. This is so crazy. This is crazy. Take a look at this. It is crazy. I was not expecting this at all. It looks absolutely fucking ridiculously awesome, and I'm excited as fuck for this. If you wanna see, there is Japanese anime with Batman, and it's super legit. Because in the English dub, you know, we got Kevin Conroy and all that stuff. It's called Gotham Knight. It's a collection of short stories. If you guys know Animatrix, which is like a collection of short stories from Matrix, and each story is animated by a different Japanese studio, is the same idea. Gotham Knight is like, I think, 5 stories, which are animated by different studios. One of them, my favorite, Studio 4 Centigrade, or 4 degrees Celsius, or whatever you want to call it. 4C. Those guys, I love those guys. They made some really awesome anime movies and features like that. And they have 2 stories in that Gotham Knight collection, so you definitely want to watch that. It's awesome. I think it's supposed to be a movie. Fairly sure it's supposed to be a movie. When you first mentioned, it was like, this is gonna be garbage. And then you were like, whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, it looks fucking awesome. And you know what's the funniest thing to me? When people say, Berserk wishes it looked this good. These guys are fucking hypocrites. They are the biggest fucking hypocrites I've ever seen in my entire life. Everybody who talks trash about Berserk 2016 and 2017 are people who don't know shit about shit. Because that anime is awesome. It's really good. Of course, it has some spotty scenes, but every single TV anime has spotty scenes. So you can't even tell me that's an argument. However, the best thing about Berserk 2016 is that it is legit. It is legit. What did I call it? You know, I thought about this. It is truly a horrific setting, and really fucked up shit happens in that anime. And the show sells it really well because it looks the way it does, and also because of the music and the remixes that Shiro Sagisu has made from the movies. And what I mean by the visuals, there's many like angles and dynamic shots that would be completely impossible in 2D. So they had to do it like with CG. So, and they use the CG to their utmost, you know. The voice acting is fucking top notch because Skull Knight is voiced by Akio Otsuka, which is, every time Skull Knight shows up on the scene, I'm like, oh yes. And there's many very faithfully recreated manga panel scenes in the TV show, so I don't fucking get it. Last year I have seen 3 TV shows, anime. I've seen One Punch Man, I've seen Sakamoto, and I've seen Berserk. And I've loved all of them. They were all amazing. And those were like also the only anime that were interesting that year for me, so I don't know. I thought it was awesome. And the Ninja Batman looks exactly the fucking same. There's probably more detail on the character models, you know, because it's a movie, but that goes without saying. The TV show will always look shittier than a movie. I think that's pretty obvious thing to say, but apparently people forgot about this. And yeah. Also, when people say, well, the original Berserk anime is better, I don't know what fucking butt hash are they smoking, because the original Berserk anime is not better. There's barely any animation in it. There's many stills, you know. There's like a still, and they zoom in on the still and move around the still, you know. I liked the anime back in the day. That was many years ago. But they leave out even more stuff than the new Berserk, so I really don't understand these double standards and these hypocrites. It's just like, what are you talking about, man? Whew. Anyway, that was a little rant. I really needed to let this out because it's been boiling inside of me. Really like the new Berserk anime. I hope they continue soon and stuff. But yeah, whatever. Ninja Batman looks fucking awesome. Oh my god. I'm still waiting for the last Evangelion movie, but if I'm gonna get the fucking Ninja Batman first, okay, I can wait. There was one other thing. Wait, what was that? Ninja Batman? There was something else I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, there was one other anime that I watched last year. There was Gundam Thunderbolt, an original video animation, also known as OVA. It was like a 2-part thing. It was like a 40-50 minutes long. Man, that was sick. Gundam Thunderbolt OVA. I highly recommend that. I was not expecting feels from a Gundam anime, but that was free. That was awesome. Anyway. Alright, so Portable talked about Mindjack. Third-person shooter, but invaders could hijack and control enemies in the game world, and there was also co-op and your friend could possess different enemies. You know what's interesting? Resident Evil 6, you know the game that on the internet gets a lot of shit talked about. That game has an invasion mode too, and you like invade in a monster, and then you try to kill the player, trying to finish the story or the mission or whatever. You can become a zombie, you can become a licker, you can become a dog, you can become a whole sorts of things, And you have never heard about this feature. And you know why? Because what you have heard are the people who don't play the game, who never played the game, who looked maybe at some trailer, or are regurgitating some fucking meme, or parroting some other opinion. They haven't even seen the game from a train, let alone on their screen, so they don't know what the game is about. The craziest thing about Resident Evil 6 to me is when people say, well, the Chris's story was the fucking shittiest because it's a dude bro story. And it's like, you didn't play the game. You did not play the fucking game. Because Resident Evil 6, the Chris's story is easily the best, most interesting, most fleshed out, with the biggest complexity with the characters, the most character growth, and it's just the most interesting. Leon's story is the most boring because nothing happens in that. Literally nothing happens. The atmosphere is good because, you know, it's more subdued and it's more down to earth and it's darker.
Oh, still alive, are you?
What? We have a sub? Portable gifted a sub to Sugar Crow? What? Sugar wasn't subbed? What are you saying? That's wild. What happened? Anyway, thank you very much for the sub. Who should I thank? Should I thank Portable or Sugar? Well, I'm gonna thank Sugar anyway because Sugar is the patron of the Lewd arts, and has been for a long time. But so is Portable, so I guess I'll thank you guys both. Thank you very much for the sub. Thank you, you being the plural version. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was ranting about Resident Evil 6. So Leon's story is cool because, you know, it's dark and atmospheric and, you know, it's awesome. But Chris's story is way more deep and stuff. And it's definitely not a dude bro's fucking story. Definitely not. Oh man, they haven't played the damn game. You actually want to resub today? Well, you don't. Well, I guess you could gift a sub to someone if you really wanted to, but you don't have to do that anymore. Revenge. Yeah. I'm always happy for you guys. I'm always happy you guys tune in. You know, it really means a lot to me. Wait, there's no music. So I've played Infamous Second Son off stream. I freed up the whole city, so next time I stream that, we're gonna be finishing the story, I guess. And after that, I think I will want to do a douchebag playthrough on easy mode, just, you know, to just blitz through the thing. And I don't think it should take too long. It doesn't seem like a very long game. The game really seems smaller than the other ones, which is kind of surprising. But I'm not complaining, because if you make your game world smaller and more densely packed with gameplay, I will not complain, because Infamous 1 was ridiculously huge and unnecessarily huge, and you really had to like walk around a lot before you found something to do. So yeah, make your scope lesser and denser, and you know, I'll be happy. I will not complain. Yeah, I guess I don't stream at a good time for you, Meta, huh? I was thinking about it, it's just I would like to do like a overnight streams, because I could do that. Because my sleep schedule is fucked up royally, and I'm not good at sleeping at night either. So I would like to do streams at night. It's just the most people always tune in the evening for me, because it seems like most of my watchers are European. So doing overnight streams is probably not amazing, although it might be possible if I do PS4 streams, because, you know, I tap into the PS4 share audience, which may be American, may not. The biggest streams I've had thus far were Bloodborne and Nioh at night, so there's that. I'm still not done with Nioh, there's still more stuff to be done there, so maybe I'll play that again sometime, but man, I really have played that game for 600 hours, I really need a break from that shit. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about the PS Plus stuff, so man, oh my god, have you seen the PS Plus lineup for Europe? It sucks balls, it's so weird. Darksiders 2, I would be excited about that because I really want to play that game, but I have heard so many horror stories about the PS4 port of that game that I'm really hesitant to play it, because I want to play the game, I don't want to get pissed off with fucking crashes and bugs and stuttering frame rate and shitty camera and zoomed in FOV. I don't want to deal with that at all. So man, I would like to play that and stuff, but just it's fucking, and that's the only interesting game pretty much for me, because I don't have the PS3 here. Let me look at it, alright. so we know what we're talking about. PlayStation blog Europe. Where is it? Give me the PS Plus lineup. So Darksiders 2, I would like to play because it's like a 3D Zelda, but a bit more edgy, and with pretty interesting and, you know, cool combat and loot and stuff. But it's buggy as fuck on the PS4, and they never fixed it. So that's bad. Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends. I'm not gonna play that. PS Plus bonuses are both VR things. And then you got X-Blaze and Siberia Collection on PS3. So X-Blaze Last Memories is a visual novel, which I'm not interested in. Siberia Collection, again, from what I've heard, has many problems on the PS3. Though it is a series of cool point-and-click adventure games. And that is also one of the adventure game series that I always wanted to play but never really got to. And it also features the coolest named woman protagonist of all time. Fucking Kate Walker. That has to be my favorite name for a woman, ever. There's not a better name than Kate Walker. That's awesome. And then Forma 8 and Wanted Core, I don't know what this is, but I'm pretty sure I don't want to play this. Oh my god. And that's all. I gotta also remind you guys, this is all after the PS Plus got a price hike. It is now more expensive than before, and we get this shit? So this is another abstract indie platformer. Yeah, okay. Whatever. And then it's another top-down shooter. Man, there's a lot of fucking top-down shooters on the Vita, and they're always on the PS Plus. This was completely uninteresting. If it was maybe if it was Assault Android Cactus, okay. But this looks so generic, it's not even cool. I'm not even gonna add this to my collection. Oh my god. Well, that sucks. They raised the price to what? I think they raised the price by like, I don't know, 2 shekels a month. It was not a massive price hike, but it's still... Oh, actually, I don't remember. Let's take a look. PS Plus price hike EU announced for Europe. So it used to be... In the UK, it used to be 6 quid, and now it's 7. Yeah, it's not a massive price hike, but it is a price hike nonetheless. You bought the 15-month sub extension for the old price before they raised it, and recently you could buy a 12-month with a 25% discount. You know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking though? A lot of people are pissed off about the PS Plus stuff, but I have an idea. Now, I don't know if they planned it or if they now are considering it maybe, but either way, I think it would not be wild to suggest that on the PSX there may be some sort of free game announced. You know, it has happened before, I think. Well, I think it was the PSX where EA actually like gifted everyone Need for Speed Most Wanted on Vita. And I think there was some PS3 game as well, I'm not sure. Either way, I would not be entirely shocked if there was some really nice thing for PSN users announced at PSX, and or some other benefit for PS Plus users, you know, during the month of December. I don't know exactly what it could be besides the Monster Hunter World beta, but you know, I kind of feel like there might be something. I have a feeling, you know, just call it that. I have a feeling that there might be something on the PSX, something cool for us. I mean, hopefully, because they really did not make anybody happy with that selection of IGC. gifting everyone a game as long as you're paying us monthly to be able to download it. Well, in the case of the Need for Speed Most Wanted, you could just download it. Like during the 2 days of PSX, you could just get on the PSN and you could just download it. You didn't have to be a PS Plus user. That was really just a free game for those 2 days. If you got the game in those 2 days, if you downloaded it or you like added it to your library, it's yours. So that was the idea there. But yeah. The PS Plus as a service is, I think, pretty decent. It's just the selection of games has sucked for a long time now. I remember the times where we got freaking Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen on PS Plus. Fucking what, mate? That's awesome. That's a big game. You get a lot of game time with that. And also paying, if you get the year subscription, it really isn't that much money, you know. And if you're gonna play online, you're gonna have to pay for it anyway, which I don't really play online, so it's like, yeah, I'm gonna really consider if I wanna subscribe this month. And, you know, whenever you let me try that again. And if you ever resubscribe, you basically get a huge library of games, you know, available again. So I think it's a decent idea. You know, like on paper, purely mathematically, you get 6 games each month, and that's pretty cool. It's just that the past year has kind of sucked most of the time. The PS Plus games are permanent in the sense that if you add them to your collection, they're on your PS Plus account, and you can play them anytime if you are subscribed. If you like cancel a subscription, you can't play them anymore, but if you resubscribe again, you can play them again. So you don't lose them. Yeah. Because originally when I heard about it, like all those years ago when they first announced it, I was like, well, that sucks, because what if I don't subscribe for 1 month? Do I lose everything? That sucks. Oh no, you don't. You don't lose anything. You lose access to it, but you still have it, you know, in theory. So yeah, I think it's a decent service. I think it's a decent service. It's definitely not bad, because you get fucking 6 games each month for 3 consoles, and I mean two for each console. Sometimes the games are cross-buy, so you get like multiple games on one console. That's like usually for like a PS4 and Vita. There's like a cross-buy thing. There's a couple games like that. I think it's a really cool thing. It's just the selection has really sucked for a long time, and yeah. Though we did get Infamous Second Son and Metal Gear Solid 5, you know, there's usually like a one really cool game and then some, you know, garbage or something you really are not interested in. But that's probably not bad either, because, you know, at least they're really... Okay, so here's the deal. They do a pretty good job at representing all sorts of genres, like adventure games, family games, action games, adventure games. Did I say adventure twice? Anyway. So there's all sorts of games, but there's never enough RPGs or JRPGs. They need to get on that shit. Also, usually it's games that have like a lot of DLC, so you know, you get the base game for free, but you know, there's an incentive to buy the DLCs. So it's definitely a marketing thing. They definitely want to sell you stuff, even when they give you stuff for free, quote unquote. But still. Getting games, man. It's not that bad. You can play them if your sub expires and you have it installed on your HDD. Yes, you can do that. It's gonna... Well, yeah, yeah, you can do that. I never really tried, like, scumming it with, like, being offline and changing the time and date, but I don't think that's gonna work. If you're online, if you're signed in on PS... Maybe you need to be signed in on PSN if you want to play PS Plus games. That would make sense. Because it then checks your time, and then it says if you have access to it or not. So if you run out of your sub, or if you cancel it, and then you try to play a expired PS Plus game, it's gonna be locked, and it's not gonna let you do that, basically. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you probably gotta be connected to online, otherwise, yeah, people will definitely exploit the shit out of that. Obviously, people are like that. Alright, I should probably start thinking about getting out of here. I've been yippity yapping for a while now. We talked about Ninja Batman, I ranted about Berserk 2016, I ranted about Resident Evil 6. You know, it's just when there's this really old franchise like Metal Gear Solid or Final Fantasy or Resident Evil, you know, you have all sorts of fans. You have old fans, you have young fans, you have fans of just one game in the franchise. So on the internet, you probably don't want to argue with anybody about these things unless you know them like in person, because you don't know where the person is coming from, and it takes forever for them to explain themselves in a manner that doesn't piss you off, because people can't argue for shit on the internet. They just use the language that's just super abrasive, you know, and it's just so annoying. Just don't do it. Probably a bad idea. Same thing for anime, basically. Because I say anime is trash these days, but what I actually mean by that is there's not all that many anime shows that have a premise that sounds interesting to me without sounding a little bit too dumb, you know. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I just grew out of it, I think. PS Plus games are rentals at best. Well, the games themselves are not exactly rentals, but the service is kind of a rent. But you can choose the game you want. I really don't want to call it that, because it's a service of its own, you know. It's not a rental. Yeah, if you don't want to play games online, you wouldn't give a shit about PS Plus. Well, Portable, what if you hadn't bought Metal Gear Solid 5 and then you saw, hey, Metal Gear Solid 5 is on PS Plus. I could get that game for like what is it? €7 instead of whatever the price is on digital and physical. Would you not be interested even after that? And then you'd be like, well, I'm gonna get Metal Gear Solid 5 and all these other games as well. Oh, I guess in your case, I guess you don't have PS3 or the Vita, so yeah, the PS Plus really gets interesting the more consoles you own. I have PS4 and I have Vita, and I could borrow my brother's PS3 if I really wanted to, so I can have access to any of those games if I really wanted to. So to me, it's a pretty okay service, but I don't play online, so that's a big thing against the purchase of that. The Xbox Live, you get 2 games a month per console, and they're permanent downloads. Can play if you have Live or don't. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Xbox and Microsoft, they have been pretty on point when it comes to their online services, I think. Although they are pretty much the pioneer when it comes to paid online, which is not good, you know. But they at least sweeten the deal with the free games. And if you don't have to have online, if you don't have to have Live to be able to play them, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, and the PS Plus users have a lot of extra discounts. Yeah, that's a good point too. Although it's kind of weird you're buying a discount, you know. But the discounts are actually pretty deep, you know. So it's like double discounts for PS Plus users usually. So when something is like 30% sale, you get 60% sale, and at that point it gets pretty substantial, especially if you're buying multiple games. You better bought a physical copy on the PS4. You also have it on PC. Yeah. Well. Yeah, at this point, I guess Metal Gear Solid 5. Well, that's a good point. Usually the PS Plus games are not new. They're kind of old. So you should be able to get them used or even new at a decent price. So if you really want just one game from the PS Plus, I guess, yeah. Well, the cool thing is you can decide for your own if you want to get it or not. Unless you want to play online, in which case you have to get it. And at that point you're getting extra games which you weren't expecting. because you just wanted to play online. So I don't know. It sounds reasonable-ish, but they really gotta step it up with the RPGs. There was the survey for PS Plus service, and I filled it up. I filled it up with my information, and I talked about RPGs and JRPGs repeatedly. So I hope they get my message. Apparently they did not, though, because we haven't seen an RPG in a while of any kind. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I don't think I'm gonna stream tonight. I think I'm gonna play some Tekken and maybe some Warframe. And on Sunday, well, I don't know if I'm gonna stream on Sunday. I also gotta do some translating work and stuff, so I should get on that too. But I'm gonna be streaming on Monday, probably. You know, yeah, I probably should. I don't have any reason not to. And we're gonna be finishing up Infamous Second Son, and yeah, that should be fun. Also, I really need to be playing Tekken every day, because on Saturday there's the offline tournament, the Battle of Bars. I think they're calling it something like that. There's these two pubs that are like esports or you know, like gaming things, and each pub has like a Tekken tournament, and the best 4 of each will meet in a top 8 bracket. So it should be fun. Saturday. Oh, and on Sunday we're gonna play some Monster Hunter World. Oh, yeah. So next weekend is, oh damn. So that means I won't be able to do Lewd picks on Saturday, and there's probably gonna be a bunch of news for PSX. How do I deal with this? If I could restream PSX, that would be awesome, but I might not even be here on Saturday. I guess I'm gonna do hot picks on Sunday then. Yeah, hot picks on Sunday and then Monster Hunter World. That sounds okay. And then in the evening, overnight, there's gonna be top 8 or top 16 or whatever of Capcom Cup, the Street Fighter tournament. So I'm gonna be watching that. Yeah, that sounds like a good Sunday. We're gonna talk about the news from PSX, and then we're gonna play Monster Hunter World, and then I'm gonna see the best Street Fighter of all year, the culmination of the year-long season. Next weekend's gonna be pretty fucking lit. I'm looking forward to it.